It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
Hi. For today's video, we are going to do a squishy makeover. And some of these are actually squishies that you sent me in my P.O. box unboxing. Also, if you don't already know, my Squishy Makeover series is inspired by Moriah Elizabeth. Let's get started. Up first, we have this amazing mess. I am so happy that this was sent to me because honestly, this is a disaster, but I'm telling you, I see so much potential. There's just so much here. Are you seeing the potential? Just look at it. Really look at it. Take it in. You smell that? That's the smell of potential. This ball of potential was sent to me by a mom, and she told me that her toddlers were disrupting her art process. That I think we can all see. I do, however, commend the creativity involved in gluing all of these random pieces together. They're very firmly glued, that's one thing, but they're also placed very nicely. I feel like I can kind of see what your vision was, and we're gonna bring it to life by first sanding this squishy down. There was a lot of random,
Icky, gooey stuff.
it was kind of just a wreck. There was a layer of this orange puffy paint everywhere. Also, this random hard piece I had to cut out. Don't know what that was. But the orange puffy paint, that's the thing that really presented a lot of issues. I had to sand and then peel a lot of it off or cut it off. A random hole, perhaps someone grabbed a chunk. It looks roughly the size of my fingertip, so. One final sanding for good luck, and we're gonna wipe away all of the orange dust that has accumulated. It's your fault, my orange Cheeto. I also pulled off this thing on top of the forehead. I didn't really know what that was for, and I decided, you know what, let's trim it off as best as we can. Taking out some puffy paint, and I am going to use this pretty much all over the squishy. The sanding step did eliminate some of the weird textures and bumps in the squishy, but there were still a lot of gaps and holes all over it, so I really needed a lot of this puffy paint to fill in those gaps and make this look like one piece. I had to do the front first and then the back second, and the amount of puffy paint I was layering on, it took like a day or two to dry with a fan. And although this looks still just as messy as when we started, I promise we are getting somewhere now, because now we have a squishy that's nice and smooth, and we're ready for our soft matte base coat. I painted this squishy with the white paint until it was completely white, and when I was done, I was so happy because we can finally see the potential. Are you seeing the potential?
She's ready.
For some colors, the first color I'm dipping into is this cone color. It's a tan color that I've mixed together. The bunny is sitting in an ice cream cone, so I thought it was only fair to make this a real cone color. The next color I mixed together was a light pink color. I decided to make the ice cream flavor a strawberry ice cream flavor. I chose the pink kind of just on a whim. I really thought about a bunny and having a pink color with it. I feel like that goes together really well. On the bottom, there's a panda bun that I've painted pink. More on that later. But first, I'm dipping into this vanilla color for the bunny. I chose to make the bunny this color because I feel like the color combination of tan, pink, and cream are just really soothing. Also, I can't be the only one that noticed that these hands that you've glued here really look like marshmallows, and I had to make it a marshmallow color because of that. I feel like the person that made this was probably going for that, and I wanted to follow their vision. On the top of the head, there is a piece that I could not make smooth, but it's okay because I decided to actually make it a curly piece of hair. I added hearts to the bottom of the feet because that is just so cute to me. I don't make the rules. Hearts on feet are cute. Objectively, I think we can all agree. I was feeling like this was looking a little too much like a 3-color challenge because I had only used 3 colors, so I decided to add some purple sprinkles to the strawberry. I also added some sprinkles to the little swirly thing on top of the head, and now it's time for the eyes. I'm dipping into some black to give it some pupils. You'll notice I also gave our bunny 2 buck teeth off camera. I thought that was funny.
So fun.
I gave her some eyebrows and made her eyes pink. I felt like her cheeks needed something, so I decided to add some blush. It's very light, but I felt like it really improved the face. I also added some glimmers to the eyes. I feel like this is essential. I like to add stars because I feel like it makes it look a little extra sparkly. I also gave her some eyelashes, eyeliner, and signed my signature on the bottom. And here we have the before and the after. For Penelope. I don't know, she just gives off Penelope vibes. This was so fun to do. As soon as I opened this squishy in my P.O. box unboxing, I knew that I had to paint it. I really like the way everything was glued together, and I so appreciate this being sent to me because I had so much fun doing this makeover. Welcome to the world, Penelope. Alright, let's move on to the next makeover, which is going to be actually another P.O. box unboxing squishy. This turtle that I received. This turtle has weird proportions. The head is the same size as the body, and it made me feel like, yes, we have to stand it up. Additionally, when you put it next to Seaford, I feel like these two squishies could be friends, potentially. They're both turtles, they both stand up, they're both, well, nope, this one's just decapitated. Let me just put that back. First step, we're sanding this squishy down, just to make sure that paint will stick to it. After that, I'm trimming off anything that's sticking out, and I'm taking out my tacky glue so that we can glue the head back to the body. Our turtle seems to have gotten into a very severe accident, but have no fear, the doctor is here. We just need some glue, some rubber bandages, well, hair ties in this case, because I ran out of rubber bands. We take it off and voila, you're cured. Thank God for modern medicine. Well, you still have some scars left. I had to kind of let him sit for a little bit to go back to his normal shape. He also has some marks from the hair tie. I don't know. I'm taking out some green puffy paint just to make sure that the head does stay connected to the body. Have no fear, the doctor is here. And now we're ready for the white base coat. I took out my soft matte white paint and painted it all over this turtle until it was completely white and ready for some colors. I've mixed together a bunch of blue and green colors. I decided to make the body of the turtle a light blue, baby blue, powder blue. I think it's a powder blue. I also decided to create a blended ombre effect. It took me a while to actually blend it properly, but the green is supposed to be on top of the head and then also behind the legs and arms. And now we're dipping into an even brighter green, and this one is actually supposed to be for the shell of this turtle. The turtle shell took very many layers of paint that I will not show you on camera, but just know, there was at least 8 layers of green paint on this. Because turtles have a underbelly area, I think we all know what a turtle looks like, but I like to draw it with a little yellow circle. I feel like that's a fun, cartoony way to represent the turtle's stomach. Because I could see the bottom of his feet, I added hearts. I don't make the rules, I just play by them. I see the bottom of the feet, I add hearts. I'm a simple gal. At that point, I was invested in the heart theme, so I decided to add a heart to the back of the shell. The heart is slightly off-center. I did not realize it at the time, but after I was done painting it, I realized, and at that point, there was nothing I could do. It is gonna drive me crazy the rest of my life, but that's okay. That's okay. For the eyes, I wanted it to look like the squishy was smiling. I added a mouth that had a smile, and then for the eye pupils, I made them in the shape of hearts. I really committed to the heart theme. He looks like he's really in love with whatever he's looking at. He's got some glimmers in his eyes, he's got his mouth wide open, his arms are up in the air. The turtle's in love, what can I say? And here we have the before and the after for our extremely happy turtle. He just looks over the moon happy. He looks like he has his hands up in the air and he's like walking towards you like, I love you! I've been looking at our turtle for a while, and the only name that keeps coming to mind is Henry. I don't know why, I just feel like, Henry, you've got some balance issues. That's okay, he can still crawl. He's just a baby, guys. A very large baby by comparison to Seaford. I feel like he kind of looks like Seaford because he has similar colors to Seaford, but it's almost like he's done in a different style. You'll notice there's a white turtle here. That is because I actually started this turtle during this video, but I ran out of time. It turns out the first squishy was way harder to paint than I anticipated. But don't worry, I will be finishing this turtle sometime this week, and I'm going to make an Instagram reel about it, so you can look at it there. I have done a ton of Squishy Makeovers at this point, and if you want to see more, I have a playlist linked in one of these two boxes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!